Good evening, one and all. We're here at the AUS Bowl. You join us for this.
Wins the toss and decides to bowl first here. The home captain obviously thinking they've got a good grasp of the conditions.
Okay, everything looks set to get this match underway. The new ball will get some movement, and the openers are going to have to be wary of that. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Finds the middle, but won't find the boundary. Front foot punch down the ground and mid-on in pursuit. Lovely footwork there.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Doesn't beat the infield. Misses everything. Nicely played. Runs one. That's gone. A nice simple catch. Didn't time it at all and mid-on with an easy catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Got that away nicely.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. That's got a flight number attached to it. That ball has gone a long, long way.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for six.
Goes over the top with that shot.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Perfectly timed.
Well, you don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that has raced to the boundary. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Jeez, timed that well.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs. Might look to go big again here.
End of the over. Zimbabwe are 31 for 1.
Tremendous start. Bowlers have been asking questions and they've answered with full honours.
Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Couldn't get it through the field. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Good pick up, big chance. Gone, nowhere near making it. Oh, simple run out.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
Beats the field with a great shot.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end. How will he reply?
Smacks that away through the gap. Over, Zimbabwe, a 40 for 2.
Well, it was going to be hard to maintain that start they had the previous 2 overs, but they're in a strong position for the second half of the power play.
Solid shot, that's going for 4.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot, no chance at all for the fielders. That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Wow, that's missed the lot. Edged it. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Gone. Fine catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. That's their best ball, top shelf.
They're on fire out there at the moment. A key batter gone for a duck, completely beaten. What a sight to see the stump sent flying.
Brilliant shot there.
There was a gap there and pulled away with conviction to the boundary.
End of the over. 8 off it. Zimbabwe, a 48 for 4. Cummins from the pavilion end.
Well, the shorter ball doesn't work here. Rode the bounce well and eased it over the top for 6 runs. How will the bowler respond?
Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Power and precision in that shot.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Go through it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. That's the over. Zimbabwe are 59 for 4.
Strike rate was excellent. Now they can really get stuck into rotating the strike and setting up a massive score.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful delivery. No chance for the fielders. Top-class innings. Been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half-century.
Over the infield with a cracking shot. Perfectly timed.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball, smashes it away.
They go up here, but it might have pitched a bit short. I think we'll have to wait and see what the umpire says. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Nothing really wrong with that ball. Got onto the front foot and found the gap to get that one to the boundary.
End of the over, a big one. 16 runs coming from it. Zimbabwe a 75 for 4.
Australia are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle.
On that nicely, good defence. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Can't get that outside the ring field. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. 3 runs added in that over. Zimbabwe a 78 for 4.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
No. Terrible shot. Beats the field with a great shot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Nearly gets the edge. Abbott with a great delivery there. Drilled that one away. Needs a direct hit. Abbott ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Hazelwood from the pavilion end.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over. Poor fielding. Throw sent to the wrong end, and both batters are safely home.
Everyone's gone up. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
An effort ball and called for the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for that wicket. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Over, Zimbabwe, a 93 for 4. And caught. That's just superb. Simple as you like. The batter didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in that over. That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Got down and rolled the wrist beautifully. Good pick up, big chance. Whacked away.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Could that be out? Looks like it. Oh, great run out.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Green, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary. Well, that's textbook perfect. A lovely drive through the covers. No need for the fielders to chase that one.
Gone. Caught. straight to cover point for an easy catch.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg. Needs a direct hit.
Helped on its way, really. Pivoted onto the back foot and lofted it all the way.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. And out, deep fine, had to run around a bit and they've got to the drop of the ball and taken a great catch. Oh, great work, held their nerve while the ball was in the air and they've taken a good catch. Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball though. Misses everything. Oh, great shot.
That's textbook perfect. A lovely drive through the covers. There was no need for the fielders to chase that.
Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. That's out, deep mid-off. Needed to move a bit, but they got there with time to spare. It's a fine catch. In the air, and that's a straightforward catch to mid-off.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out, and it certainly feels like this is close to finishing.
Over, Zimbabwe are 124 for 9. Green from the pavilion end. Couldn't get it through the field. Needs to be on target. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Wow, that's missed the lot. Smacks that away through the gap. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Massive outside edge. Trouble. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on length is obviously the way to go. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. End of the over. 4 off it. Zimbabwe are 132 for 9. Zampa has been going really well here. Comes back on from the pavilion end. Drilled that one away. Doesn't beat the infield. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. A boundary the moment it hit the bat. You can't fault that shot. Nicely played. 4 runs all the way.
Marsh, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the northern end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Was quick onto that in the infield. Marsh with a huge appeal. Batter doesn't seem sure. Looked to be pitching in line and hitting the top of the stumps.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though. Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble.
The bowlers have leaked way too many easy runs in that innings. It's a big total to chase down. They're going to need some good batting partnerships. The openers are coming out. It's a very gettable total. They just need to get off to a good start and not give anything silly away. It's the silly stuff that could give the bowlers a sniff in this match.
Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Well, the bowler pulls out of the delivery. Something mustn't have felt right.
That win gives Australia a 1-0 lead in the series.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real soon.